Hello and welcome to today's live stream. Today we're going to be talking about how to settle into the new school year. So my name is Lucy Parsons and I teach GCSE and A-level students how to perform the very best in their exams and get into their first choice of university. And as you'll undoubtedly know, at the moment, it's the beginning of a brand new school year, and that usually comes with a taste of nerves and a little bit of adjustment getting back into routine or changing the routine that you've had before if it didn't work in the past. So today I'm going to give some tips and advice on how to make the best of this brand new school year. So if you know other people who you think would find this interesting, please share it with them using the button below or tag them in the comments, and please introduce yourself and tell me what you think your challenges are in this brand new school year. So my first tip is that you may well have beginning of term nerves. Now, I know I do even now, and I'm not going into a school as a student or a teacher, but my work does revolve around the school year. And when I was a teacher, I used to feel excited because I had all that energy stored up from relaxing over the summer holidays, and I was just excited to get back into it and the buzz of being part of the school. And as a student, I felt pretty much the same, that it was exciting, but it was also a little bit nerve-wracking because I didn't know exactly what was going to be expected of me, and I didn't know it was a bit daunting to step up my game, basically, from the relaxation of the summer holidays. So I've done some Facebook Lives already this week, 4, which have been all about what you can expect this school year, depending on what year group you're in. So I did one on Monday about year 10, one on Tuesday about year 11, one on Wednesday about year 12, and one yesterday on Thursday about year 13. And if you missed those, you can watch those on my Facebook page, this page, lifemoreextraordinary.com, or Life More Extraordinary with Lucy Parsons, or you can go to my blog where we've turned them into blog posts as well, and you'll find that at lifemoreextraordinary.com/blog. So that's where you can find out what's expected of you this school year. If you're watching live, please say hello and say whether you're a parent. You probably are a parent watching it this time of day, and tell me what kind of challenges you are expecting in this school year. So I'm just talking about beginning of term school nerves, but a lot of people don't like the feeling of being nervous, and there are degrees of feeling nervous. So there's kind of a faint nerves connected with excitement, or there's like absolute sheer terror because of something. And I hope you're not feeling the sheer terror at this point in time, because school is an exciting opportunity to learn and to make the best of yourself. But if you are feeling just a little bit nervous, know that that is a good sign, because it shows that you care about what you're going to be doing and learning at school this year. But also know that those nerves are going to pass within a few days, and you're going to feel so much better about how you're feeling about school, and you're going to feel so much more confident about what's going to be asked of you in this school year. So yeah, basically, once you get warmed up and you get into it and you get into the routine, you're going to feel so much better about this school year. Okay, so the second thing I want to talk about, and about settling into the new school year, is that it is a big transition from the relative the relative ease and freedom, putting freedom and ease together, of the summer holidays. So during the summer, you probably didn't have quite such a strict routine. You had a lot more freedom to do what you wanted when you wanted, and there wasn't nearly as much being asked of you. So it is a bit daunting to step back up into the routine of the school day, getting up on time, getting yourself sorted in the morning, getting out the door on time, showing up to all your lessons and working hard, and doing the same when you come home with your homework and your revision. So what I want to say to you is that just give it a few days, get back into it, and just see how it goes. But while you're doing that, I just want to move on to the third point, and that is all about your routines. So you probably had routines last year that supported your learning and helped you do the very best at school. But now is the perfect time to tweak and perfect or even change those routines. And what I really would like you to do, hi Rose, great to see you again today. So with those routines, I really want you to think about what worked last year and keep what worked, and think about things that maybe didn't work. So maybe you weren't very organised with where you kept your school books or your notes, and you were always rushing around trying to find them because you didn't always keep them in the same place. So maybe your solution to that problem would be that you have a place in the house where you keep all your school things so that they're really easy to find, and you don't have to rush around like a mad thing trying to pack your bag and maybe ending up forgetting things every day. So think about what you can improve about your routines this school year, because the school year is a great time, you know, when you've got a new beginning, a fresh beginning, it's a whole new school year. It's a great time to kind of set the reset button or the restart button on how you live your life and with the routines that you have in place, because the routines really are the things that support you day to day. They're habits basically, and they are the kind of automatic behaviours that are going to support you to do your very, very best in your exams this year. So if you've got any questions about this, I can see that Rose is watching live. Please pop them in the comments and I'll be pleased to answer them. While you're doing that, I'll just recap the points that I've made today about how to settle into the new school year. So the first thing is that it's normal to feel beginning of term nerves, but after a few days and you've got settled back into school, those nerves will disappear and it will all become automatic again. And nerves are actually quite a good thing because they show that you care. Okay, if you think about an actor stepping out onto stage, it would be a bit wrong if they were completely chilled out and relaxed about it, because you'd want them to be wanting to do a really good job. And it's the same for you. You're stepping up to do a really good job after the summer holidays. And that brings me on to the second point that I made about stepping up from the freedom and ease of the summer holidays to a more structured and more demanding routine. And it's just acknowledging that and kind of deciding psychologically that you are going to do your best to step up to the demands that are being made of you. And there's all sorts of times in life when you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to step up to meet the demands, but ultimately that's really rewarding because it takes you out of your comfort zone and really shows you what you're capable of. So I talked about this a little bit yesterday in my video for year 13s and what you can expect this school year. Finally, my point is about establishing, tweaking or changing your existing routines that maybe you have from last year to make them even better, to really support you with doing the absolute best that you can this year. And with that in mind, I'm going to be running a free webinar next Thursday evening at 7:45, which is called A Day in the Life of a Successful Student. And this webinar is going to be really, really focused on helping you to develop the habits and routines that you need to make the absolute best of this school year, so that you can come out of at the other end of the school year with really good grades that you can be proud of and feeling really, really successful. So if you'd like to come along to that and join me on that webinar, I would absolutely love to see you there. My webinars are always really, really popular because they give people a chance to ask me questions live. So You don't have to speak, you just type them in the chat box. Some people get a bit intimidated if they think they've got to be seen or they've got to speak on video, but you don't have to do that. You can just type them in the chat box, but it's always really, really popular. So I'm going to be sharing with you some really great information in the first part of the webinar, and then you'll be able to ask me whatever you like, within reason, in the Q&A session at the end. So I really hope you'll sign up for that as well. A webinar, if you're not sure, is basically a bit like this live stream, but it's slightly more formal. So it takes a bit longer. It'll take about an hour. And when you sign up, I'll send you a link and for how you can join the webinar, and I'll have slides so that you've got the visual prompts as well as being able to see my face and all that kind of thing. So I'll be putting a lot of work into preparing it for you, and it's going to be free. So hopefully there's no reason why you wouldn't want to come along. I'll also, if you can't make it live, sign up anyway, and I'll be sending out the recording so that you can watch it over next weekend. So I really hope this video has been helpful for you, and best of luck with the start of this brand new school year. Thank you for watching.